people, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And welcome on this good evening. So, I'm here in Mehen Dock. I think it's Mehen. I think it's called Mehen or something, can't remember now. Sorry, in Oersted Gateway. And just about to set off on the trip, so... This is something we do every single Sunday. Kind of try and pick a cool location to go to, something interesting. Maybe for people who don't do that much, either outside the bubble or they don't do stuff with wings or anything like that normally, so it's kind of like fitting those things in. Now, I have got a couple of little features tonight which I'd like to show up. Hi Julie. Welcome in. Whoops. Oh, well that's a bit of a secret. We're going somewhere interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Now, obviously I'm going to give out the directions at some point, so you're going to be able to look it up, but anybody who's actually going on the expedition, you don't want to be looking it up, because you want to kind of keep it for when you arrive. So, I just want to show you a few new things that I've actually added to the stream now. You alright, Pizza Man? How's it going? You disappeared last night. What happened? So I've got these couple of new features which I haven't had in before, and I'm a little bit disappointed that I hadn't set them up before, and it was because I didn't think I knew how to do it, but actually I do. So I'm just going to give you a quick look at them, just so we can see how they happen. So for example, when somebody subscribes to the stream, there'll be a message that pops up like that. And that's just to alert me, because people have been donating and I don't see the donations, so I was pretty angry that was the situation. And then obviously something similar happens when somebody makes a donation and stuff like that. And it's pretty loud, so I don't think I'm going to miss it in the future. And it just allows me to quickly check back into the streaming software and see who it was who sent it, which is really cool. It's dead nice. Okay, so where are we going? Well, just give me 1 second. Find out all the information. And then afterwards, I think I'm going to Colonia as well, so that's a new part. Something I said I was going to do it last week, but I kind of decided against it, so... Okay, so, let's have a look. Oh, wrong button. Right. Alright, okay. No, it's just we're having a bit of a conversation and disappeared. I assumed that, because it's the same with Tangent when he drops in and out. He kind of, he'll be talking to you and then just suddenly disappears off stream, because he does some type of deliveries as well, so... Okay. Let's see if... Oh, he's offline, actually. Okay, so I think Brian was going to come tonight as well, but he's actually offline. I can't remember what Evie said earlier. Oh, Death by Snoo Snoo, sorry, I'm getting all the names mixed up here. Okie doke, so... So, and if anybody's actually in-game and wants to join in, that's no problem. I'm going to put it in chat and drop it in the chat every now and again, so like people can catch up and come along to whichever point. It's a really good location, really interesting as well. It's got some amazing views, so... No, Brian. Still open. Are you coming? Hi Morgan, how are you doing? Welcome back. Thanks for dropping in again. If you haven't seen it. Okay, yeah, it's come online now. Let's have a look. So, Julie, are you coming on this? I suppose you are if you're here. I'm going to drop it in a second. I'll wing us all up and then I'll drop it in. Remember, I have to come and do it. It's a wing. So like I was saying before, there's these new things now. So I've got it set up so that in the box underneath the live stream, if you want to make a one-time donation, you can through Streamlabs, and then if anybody wants to become a patron or anything, there's a link to my Patreon there as well. And now we have bells and whistles when somebody does donate something, which is much nicer than before when I would notice about 20 minutes after they'd done it. But never mind, that's all that now. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass it through in the wing chat so we know what's happening. No, I won't do it to a solo person. Oh yeah, wing, okay. There we go. We're off on a charabang, Morgan. So we're gonna go off to this system and have a look at it. It's a pretty good looking system. I'm just going to wait another couple of minutes because one of the regular streamers said he wanted to come on it and said he would be here, but I don't know, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. And I'll drop it in the stream as well if anybody actually wants to have a go here. If you're not joining us tonight, this is where we're going, but it's going to be an interesting location. How can you go from boom to famine? So it's not a huge distance, but it's quite a distance. But if you've got a half decent jump range, it's not too problematic. Better put my wing beacon on. And my headlights, because it's always night time in space. So you can now see that I've kind of done out my cockpit a little bit. I've kind of stripped the ship down in order to do this Colonia trip, and I've stripped it down to the point where I'm not going to have a very big fuel tank, so I have to scoop every jump. Now that's not actually difficult in itself. I've got the best fuel scoop in a small tank, so roughly by the time I'm over the other side of the sun, I'm ready to jump anyway. There's Brian going ahead of me again. But it does... I'm worried that I'll forget to scoop. It's my biggest fear, because I do forget sometimes, especially when I'm chatting and stuff in stream. So I'm just hoping that tonight's jumps will kind of get me into the habit of just doing it every single jump, and it becoming just automatic, like when I'm scanning for doing the Discovery Channel. Oh yeah, tonight's good, Brian. But I'm on about if I go to Colonia, it's gonna be. I know I'll probably get over it. If I have any problems tonight, I'm gonna stick loads of stickers all around the TV. So. 1,500, that's a lot. Where are you? Where are you in game at the moment, Morgan? Or roughly? Don't necessarily want to give you direct location, but... I don't think it went away, actually, Brian. I just think you had a really lucky day. I noticed a few people talking about that on Lave Radio. Why is it doing that? So you can see I've kitted my cockpit out a little bit just to keep me occupied. So obviously the planets aren't in the correct formation. I just think those bobbling around will maybe keep me occupied a little bit during the long trip. So you can kind of see I'm already getting used to it a little bit. I have been scooping most of the time. It is something I'm going to try and keep in my mind all the time, because if I have to call fuel rats. But Brian did a good job of filling my tanks yesterday when I ran out of fuel at some point, but I blame that more on alcohol than anything else. And as I said before, on these Sunday trips, there's always going to be some type of prize at the end of the night. So if we set down on a planet or something like that, it's kind of we'll have some type of race or something, or something a little interesting. Does anybody else have any of these bobblehead things on their in their cockpit? Shenanigans. Oh yeah, I need to use that word more, don't I? Sunday night shenanigans, that should just be its name. Now what I might do is, if I pop through anywhere and it says discovered 15 new astronomical objects, then I might be having a quick peek at the wait, see, I've just done it there. Luckily I caught myself, and I would have made it to the next star anyway, but this is what I'm talking about. Can't be doing that stuff. I'll be dead in space if I keep doing that. How you doing, Leslie? How's it going anyway? Have you got used to it yet? I've never actually used a keyboard, so I have to admit, when I first switched from the gamepad, it was a little bit more finicky, but after a couple of weeks of playing, I kind of got it down. Alright, Tangent, no problem. Thanks for joining in and saying hello anyway. Oh yeah, I saw Yamex's video as well. They were talking about it on the Three Bros actually. You should have actually come on this one, Leslie. It'd have made a perfect chance to use your HOTAS. You got loads of space to mess up. Hang on, how many parts did that say? Oh well. Yeah, but just like the keyboard, once you've got it mapped in. I don't suppose you've got a tablet or anything, have you, Leslie? I keep calling you Leslie off there, and then I'll call you straight tough in game, but it's unfortunately it's just the way I do it. You haven't got like a tablet or a smartphone, have you? Even, by the way, for everybody, even though we've actually started on our way, if anybody wants to come along, it's not that many jumps, so you will catch us up. I love how the bobbleheads shake, actually. The bobble planets shake when you come out of frame shift and when you go into it. Oh, hang on. What was that? Galaxy Mappy dial. Yeah, it looks a bit barren, doesn't it? Hey, how you doing, Blobfish? Not actually seen you in the stream for a couple of nights. Oh, guess who's suddenly become a pew pew guy then, Leslie? Like I say, if anybody's in game and they do want to join us, just let me know and I'll pass you the system name that we're off to. I need to fuel scoop first. Priorities. Priorities. Whoops. And then look in the system map. Oh, look at that. Unexplored, 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 unexplored. Actually, they might not even be decent enough. That might be, actually. Don't trust that one. What's that one? No. Okay, on we go. We're off to just have a look at a really good looking system, basically. There's some interesting stuff there to do while we're there. There's like 2 or 3 different things to do. And like every Sunday it's kind of a jaunt off to somewhere, sorry, shenanigans off to somewhere, and then messing around, and at the end of it somebody gets a paint job or something. No, don't apologise for being busy, that's just part of life. Has anybody seen that new TV show, Counterpart? It's for it's for something in game, you know, like whoever comes along, then we generally do like a competition when we arrive there, and then whoever wins that competition wins a prize. So last week we had a race to the top of a mountain. Can't remember what you did, Toff. Well, that was the very early days. Toff got to name one of my ships in, well, forever. I can't sell it, no matter how poor I become. I'm not allowed to sell it. And it'll always bear his name. And I generally use it for the same things that he would generally use his ship for. Although apparently he's turned into a warmonger now. I might actually start doing stream giveaways as well. I'm not that rich yet. We'll see. Maybe if I get a few more donations, I should actually put like a limit, because I don't use the donations for myself. I use it for stuff in game. So, I should really set myself an amount that if I hit it, then I'll do a stream giveaway as well. No, the week before. I think it was maybe even 2 weeks ago actually. I know, because you're in England and it's a bit of a pain in the backside, isn't it? I try and do it at this hour because this is kind of, it's late, but it's not super late. But then it's early for the American people, but not super early for the American people. But I might start actually staggering Saturday and Sunday streams over certain times so that I'm in one audience and then the next day in the other audience maybe. And I haven't forgotten about your offer for Subnautica either. It's just I'll wait till my anger subsides. I didn't think it was a bad game actually. They just got angry with it. And my policy is, I'm getting old now, I'll have a heart attack if I just rant on about stuff all the time. So I generally, if I really get angry at something, I just put it down. Oh, nice one. Well, that'll be good. Wait. That'll be really good. I was trying to think of actually like a kind of a wing to do with the streaming, because a lot of people originally came over my videos because I would like show ways of making money. I'm gonna have to make some type of money making wing. I mean, the thing is that myself and Brian have been doing the trade wing missions, and they work really, really well when they work. Brian will attest to that. Just a little bit out now. Well, I was trying to name one of my ships Ineffectual Deliveries, but unfortunately it wouldn't accept it. Yeah, but if we run it, if I run everything out of that Galileo one, just need to find exactly. I think at the moment it looks like, obviously, for obvious reasons, gold seems to pay the most. Which actually makes it a little bit easier to find them as well. Find out which places are actually trading it. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, yeah, Iridium Wing, when you come back to the bubble, or even when you arrive in Colonia, because I know they've got some members out there, and you want to sell your data, they will protect you on your entrance coming back. So they'll, I can't remember, how far out do they protect you from, Blobfish? Is it the last 100 light years? Okay, so we're really not that far out now. It's only a couple of jumps out. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised we got there this quickly. Mind you, I've got nearly 60. I've never had really 60 light years while I've been going out to look at something. I'll remember it on the next jump. I got a bit extra at that one because there was a double sun. Don't think she's missing the message. Julie, what's your jump range? What's yours as well, Brian, actually? Oh, well, I'm guessing yours isn't far off mine, because I've seen you right in front of me. Oh, now you know it. Now you've disappeared again. Alright, nice one. Yours is pretty high up there as well, so yours must be roughly around the same as mine. Couldn't get my words out there. If it's under 300,000 light seconds, go scan it. Sorry, 300,000? Under 100,000. Alright, okay. I think I'm going to need some bodyguards with me on this trip to Colonia to remind me to bloody fuel scoop. I'll get into it. I haven't yet got into a dangerous point. So we're 3 jumps out, and I'm still wondering if I'm probably better off taking a bigger tank, just a little bit bigger, so that if I do have that lapse in concentration, I'll at least have a tiny bit of backup. Ah, okay. No, I always thought it was just in the guidelines, in the general guidelines. I actually thought about maybe becoming a fuel rat. Actually, oh, okay. But I don't know whether I'd be able to commit the time to it. There's no point in going into something if you can't commit the time. So almost there, just gonna give it one last scoop here. Okay, so you can see there's one hell of a sun here. I love the ones that make that blue colour. And as we make the turn off this one, this is what we've come to see. Just going to slow down a little bit, let everybody else drop in. I just have my wing beacon turned on, don't I? Yes, okay.
So, do management employees that are full artifacts? Not exactly. Let's say it's a pretty small store, so this leadership experience. But that paper's not going to tell you why. You see, when I first moved to White Pine, I wanted a lot of traditional jobs. There's one main industry, marijuana.
So you can just drop in on my wing. I don't know if anybody who's watching the stream's actually ever been here before. It's a really interesting location.
Our sales model is actually really similar to yours. The point is that I moved from a security position in the office and less than
This sun's just amazing. I love it. The colour of it is phenomenal. So in this area there is a tourist installation which is really nice to go to, so we're going to go to that one just once Brian's come back with his beer. And just while I'm waiting for them to drop in, I'm going to change my field of view because I changed it earlier just to get a quick look at it and I didn't like it. I don't like it, sorry.
drive charging. Ready to engage.
And what you don't want to do is overrun this tourist installation, because you don't want to be fast travelling into that thing. It doesn't seem to be making the noise it used. Actually, all my noise is cut out. That's not a good thing. We'll see if it's just a sudden thing there. If not, I'll just log out and log back in again. Well, it was strange, there was kind of some crackling, then it just cut out. Oh, did I get it? I hope I did. No, I didn't, did I? Aye. Yeah, mine too, Brian. Might have to log out and back in again. There is actually a really strange sound which plays when you hear. I didn't even look at my jump range actually. Oh no, I've got pretty much the same. I guess I didn't run through it. Now my sound's come back now I've jumped in, but I don't know if you're going to hear that sound of the nebula. No, kind of makes this, normally makes this really strange sound, but it must be, oh there it is. Hang on, I'm going to pause the music and then you can probably hear it. Oh no, no you can't hear it unfortunately. Must be a problem with the sound. You can normally hear a fluttering sound, you know, like something fluttering in the wind, but that's a shame that it's not making that sound today. Oh well. So we'll go have a look at the installation. Yeah, no problem. In actual fact, 1 second, Brian, because I'm gonna log out and back in and see if it works. Open play. No, it didn't fix it. Okay, no problem. I have to wait while I leave the wing, actually. There's a couple of satellites you can scan as well here. Okay, let's get that second satellite as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool location if you've never been here before. And just fly over to Nibbler, see what type of ship, how it looks. Oh, nice. Ah, so you can hear it now making that noise. When you get into a certain position, you can kind of hear... You can hear that fluttering in the background. Okay, so, did I scan everything that was here? I don't think the tourist installation itself you have to... I don't think you have to scan it yourself. Maybe you do? No. No, okay. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is in navigation there's a place called the View. You want to head for there. Wait, what happened there? Okay, there we go. So you can hear that fluttering now. It's not as strong as it should be, but never mind. God, I don't know my buttons.
You're asking me to consider that I made up one letter. Because you made it up. It didn't happen like that. But the truth is that I think she came because I called her. You know you called me. I'm not angry. Checked up on you. I know what you want. It's part of the process. Check in on the person you call. It's your mother's son. So, okay, well then if I am monitored, then I think you should know that my mother was here. We just went out for a walk around. It's not like we were hiding. What? That's how you should visit.
Now this place, it's not too bad to land on, but it's a little bit tricky sometimes because you've got to come up from behind so that you're on the sun side, otherwise you just don't get... You don't get really the view that you should.
But I actually felt her. She held me. It was her laugh, her voice. You know it felt good. It was real. Tell me what you talked about. No. No, actually, I'm not gonna do that because you think I'm crazy. No, I don't think you're crazy. Listen, it's your job to make me feel better, not worse. She told me that you would do this. She told me that. Norman thought. Please let me out. Stay with me. Out! Let me out! Hey! Help! Help! Somebody help!
It's a nice looking planet now that they've actually changed the colours as well, because the last time I was here it was the old beige colours everywhere. So now the planet surface textures look a little bit better. I think just that a lot of these planets in general do, like some of them are really oddly shaped as well once the sun gets behind them.
Did they teach you that in medical school, or were you just born? What are you afraid of? How did you want?
Orbital flight engaged.
Isn't that a bit late?
You think you can sit back down and finish this session? Okay.
Now I'm going to go off just a little bit to the right of the view because there's actually a really nice flat spot over there. Oh, I'm not gonna crash into I'm down. I'm down. That's all I'm gonna say. Just so you know, it's high G. Wait. Okay. Now deploy the scarabs. Oh. I can see purple smoke, so can't see where Julie is though. Oh, that actually shows us in this map. No. Ah, she's coming in. I'm seeing it. Bang. I'm sure somebody bounced there. Oh, that didn't work as intended either. Maybe it's because I'm not in the ship actually. Is it because I'm not in the ship? Is it not showing up? Oh wow, I've packed in a really good place here actually. Oh craps, this is a new one. Oh, okay. Okay, that'll do. Right, I'm just off to kind of left of you, I think, from where I saw you a minute ago. I'm going to get back in the ship and see if that sets it off. If you put your wing nav lock on, you should see me now, I think. Oh god. Forgot you have to do that. I think we're gonna have to go over to Julie though, because she's parked over there, so take me around and go up. Can you see me now? I'm gonna actually head over to where Julie is because she landed in the original view spot. That was my fault. I should have actually landed there rather than moving the other way. But I'm going to try and do it by frame shift. I'm wondering myself, but well, no, I've only got, what, have I come from 45 to 28? I'm not far off now. I can see the ship. Oh, now she's moving. By the looks of it, there, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna crash again, am I? I've got thrusters, man. Okay. I'm gonna go very slow now. Wait. Very, very slowly. There you go. Let's put that landing gear down. Oof. I'm actually scared of landing now. There we go.
You want to be out of integrity with yourself?
I think that's the first time I've ever gritted my teeth in game, actually.
Shame because he raped you. Shame because he broke you.
And I'll come to you two then. There's something obviously not working. It can't. I don't know if it can't see me or something or what.
His action limit does not remove responsibility for disappear.
Landing gear retracted.
Hilarious.
Can you see me now? Oh, Nibbler's going away now.
After all this time,
Yeah, you have to literally like drop and try not to. I tried to have it down at 0 and just drop really, really slowly. But I don't know where Nibbler's going. Is Nibbler going back to the original spot? Oh, is it really? Is it that much different and difficult? Right. I'm gonna try and pick one now. I'm just next to Nibbler. I'm just behind her.
Landing gear deployed.
Alex. It's fine. That we're here and what happened. After everything we made it. You're going off to work and kissing me, and it's like I'm watching a movie.
I tell you what, I'm just gonna plonk down here and wait for everybody else, I think, for the time being. Unless somebody gets successfully landed. Sorry everybody, I'm missing the chat here because I was too busy looking at the thing. Oh, I've missed a ton of messages, sorry people. It wasn't updating, so... Right, Julie, you said yes, but I don't know what to, so... I'm going to plonk down here anyway, where I am, just so you can kind of find roughly the area I'm in. Oh. Oh, she landed. So it looks like she's landed, so I'm going to move over there actually. How are you getting on, Brian? Okay, cool. I'll head over. I don't know why, but the chat's doing this thing again where it doesn't actually update the chat until I flick up, which is really annoying.
What did she say?
Just see.
She wants to protect you. From what?
Where's Mr. Blobfish?
I think me.
Oh, it's not on. Blobfish. There we go.
There have been a few times where I've been confused. I spoke to my mother. Not really. But, you said, why does she want to protect me from you?
Okay, I can see the SRV there as well. It looks like the SRV. Oh no, it's the beacon. Okay, so I'll scan the beacon actually before anything else.
Was gone a lot. I just mostly remember being with my mother. It was nice.
So what I would do, Brian, is I'd like go maybe like 800 meters or whatever above and just do one click down and see how many meters it drops you, and then roughly you'll be able to judge your landing speed. That comes from somebody who actually crashed into it twice.
What was this person like? This person was my
Oh, here we go. Ah. Okay. Wait, I pulled on it too much there, so I'm probably going to hit the ground. That was very lucky. I'm just going to look to see where Brian is.
It's amazing what we can do. Have you had any thoughts about our little talk?
Well,
Strange thing is, I can't see his ship.
Suspect that he might
It's a bit unusual.
can't share with people you love, affecting sex with your brother. Have a club sandwich.
I just saw an SRV trying to make it over a hill there, but couldn't for whatever reason. I'm gonna have to find a way around, I think. There we go.
So what the hell happened? Finland bitch with your brother.
Would you stop saying this?
But it happened. I'm not saying it's not gonna undo it.
Oop. Sorry.
It'd be like the information got out that you had a child. Doesn't want to find out who you were. It's a public official.
Please don't do that.
In this position. You know the right thing.
That's a small one. I think it's
good.
you any news from Adeline?
Try targeting in your contacts. Try targeting the view.
She's getting stronger, no more tubes.
That's not that far. You're at 5k now.
Do you remember much about our dad? In stepdad?
I was actually literally crash landing crash. Up until a few minutes ago. My hull's at 50% now because I slammed it down twice. So we're currently in I can't remember, HR 6164. It's got this fantastic, I don't know if you've been here before, but it's got this fantastic neutron star which you can kind of see just above my target there. And a huge star as well. Actually, I'll double check in the I'll give you a look in there. Oh no, it won't let me go into the galaxy map, and I've probably got to relog now because you get this problem sometimes here when it does this. What are you up to in game tonight? Okay, I can see you now. Just before you attempt to land, just make sure you get right down to 0.
You didn't tell Norman, did you? He doesn't know.
No, I didn't say anything to him. I don't really understand how far I can hear what you're saying so much.
Well, I guess it's just. Oh, you're very close and he's friendly.
Okay, let me just check one thing here, make sure that's going alright.
You become a philosopher.
It's just spent a lot of time thinking in the hospital.
There we go.
And impressed by how he just dives
In he comes. Cool beans. So literally just tap it, don't force it down, just tap it once. There you go. Almost. There's a nice spot over here if you can see my rover. And there's the golden bus again. Right, so should we find a spot to take a picture, and then I'll upload it to the Discord. You can do it from the Scottish ship if you want, actually. Ah, so you can. Okay, I'll mute it in game. No, I'll mute me in Discord. There we go.
My son lived here with us. Is it going okay?
We just think for me after you left. person. Just wanted to make sure that you're okay.
Let's see.
I'm sorry.
Okay, ready? Hang on, I'll just take it off and then we can say cheese. Probably best.
He's doing great. He has
Okay. Right, got it. Ah, if you can hear the buzzing thing, that's actually the neutron star. If it's like a flapping buzzing. Okay, I'll just save that one. Okay. I hope I didn't just close that without saving. There we go. Okay, so the photo's up in the Discord for you to check out. Okay, the game I proposed today is to see if a commander can do a full backflip, or a full backflip in their rover under this high G. Ah, okay. You might have to sign out and back in again then. That happens sometimes. You don't. Okay. Can you see Nibbler now? Okay, so my proposal for today's game is to you can get a run up if you want, and try to do like a backflip in these high Gs. See if anybody can actually do it. So you can have a couple of practice runs, and then the one to successfully do it will win a prize. It's not that easy. I don't know. No, it has to be a backflip, and it has to be a full flip. You can't come down on your side and then land on your wheels or anything. It has to be a full flip. You can take a run up. Yeah, you've also got. You can practice. You can take a couple of practice jumps as well. And you cannot use the aid of a hill. By the way, just so you know, you can have a practice run. You can't use the aid of a hill. No, I said you can't use the aid of a hill. You have to do it on the flat. I did stipulate that. I think you just had selective hearing because you were concentrating on doing it. Okay, so you shouldn't be, yeah. You shouldn't be. Oh no. Do you play with the joystick, Julie? I think as you jump with it, you would kind of pull on the joystick. That's what I do. Oh, that's not bad. Crash. Sorry, I missed your message there. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, 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 oh. Keep an eye on your integrity as well, because... Sorry about that. No, you have to do like a bit of a run-up, I think. We might have to change the game as well if Julie can't work out how to do it. It's an unfair game. So close. Whoop. Well, we might need some help. Oi, Billy. There we go. There you go, teamwork. I tell you what, seeing as Julie doesn't know how to do it, what we can do is we can go back to the tourist beacon and I'll work something out when we get there. Does that sound like a plan?
See you later.
It might do. No, I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the AI actually works within the rules of the game anyway. Does it? I don't know what would happen under those circumstances, but I don't know if I've ever seen a ship destroy itself on landing. I've seen my ship get stuck before. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. I don't think the actual, I don't think it works within the same laws that you're supposed to.
I didn't realize he was married. How ill he was.
It probably has everything A-rated, actually. Right. Okay. So let's head to the tourist installation near the sun, and we can do something there, a quick game, and then there's one more thing we can see while we're out here as well. So if you want to head back to that tourist installation place, we'll maybe have some type of flying race instead. Yeah, sorry, the Neutron, yeah. Sorry, the Neutron star. The tourist installation that we were at just before checking it out. My bad.
these things.
Okay, so anybody who's in chat at the moment, sorry, I'm having problems with it. I'm going to have to do a phone reset, I think. Because it's not doing the messages properly.
To do something about
Sit down, everything's ready.
oh, you just sit with the windows.
Landing gear retracted.
Just
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah, you can set it down and work. Yeah.
It's not a bad view from here though, is it, to be honest? I wish you could block those menus from popping up, actually. They should only pop up if you focus on them, I think.
That's pretty. Secrets we don't want anyone to know things about them. You know, full over your head. You know, person ain't done nothing to them. You can be back in your bag soon, so just stay out of it. Go ahead, tough guy. Come on, do
Right, try and get this chat system running again.
You know what? I'm not broken. I am still standing. So go ahead, do your best, you giant lame asshole.
Takes a bit to get this going when you're coming from a place with such mass. Does anybody know if actually this control panel here where the buttons actually mean anything? Or is it just a pretty setup? Never really paid attention to them that much. Let's see if the sound drops out again here. Ah, right, okay. The buttons don't make sense though, do they? You can turn them off in options so they don't pop up. Ah, okay, I'll have a look at that. I'll definitely have a look at that actually, because sometimes when I'm trying to get a look out the window it really annoys me. So you can kind of hear that wind noise from the nebula now. I'm looking at options actually then. Supposing it's in graphics. Nah, it can't be in graphics. It's not controls, I don't think. I don't imagine. Not Galaxy Map. Titan maybe? Just realised I didn't turn the music back on earlier. Just knock that on again. Okay, if you've just dropped into the stream, do feel free to drop by and say hello. I'm just looking for something in my oh, getting there. Back to game menu. Okay. What's repairing? I wonder if somebody crashed into me or something. Right. I'm looking to turn them up in options and I just can't quite find it. Ah, hang on. No, not that one. Modes, I bet it's in modes, which is actually okay. I'm assuming that does it. Way! Nice one. And then when I click them, they come up. Okay, good, that's perfect. Thanks very much, Brian. That's exactly what I wanted. Can I just check that you can hear me through the comms, Julie? The in-game comms? Or are you listening just through the stream? Ah, that's what that was. Were you? Who was fixing my hull? Was that you, Brian? Or was that Nibbler? Yeah, I didn't actually notice either. Ah, thank you very much. I don't know if actually if Nibbler has voice comms. Hang on. Mute. Ah yeah, okay. Okay, so are you just fixing anybody and everybody? Okay, maybe she doesn't have it set up actually. Never thought about that.
Caller disconnected.
Okay.
Incoming hail.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I know it to come through. Okay, cool. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a race. Okay, so how we're going to do it is I'll do the 3, 2, 1 and you can go off. What we'll do first is, let me just back up a little bit so I can see the station better. Wait. Okay, so you're going to start from roughly where I am now. I want you to do one circuit of the wheel to the far left of the station. So the one that's kind of on its side. Then once you've done one circuit of that, I want you to do one circuit of the one at the top. That's closest to that one. And then you have to do one circuit of the one at the furthest end of the installation, and then back to me. Hang on, Nibbler gone off.
I mean, look at this. Look, this is a freaking first hour. We just wiped all this junk away.
You've got to come to me first, Nibbler. No. If you pull alongside me, you can see it. It doesn't matter which way round you do the circuit either. You can do it as long as you do them pretty much the one on its side, the one at the top nearest, and then the one at the top furthest. Right, okay. So as the station stands in front of us, there's kind of a cog to the left on the side. So you have to do one circuit of that cog. Then when you finish that circuit, you go to the nearest cog on the top, you do a circuit of that, and then you do a circuit of the cog on the far right, and then you come back to me. Okay, so we got one ship up. Oh, where's she gone? Might just be my... Okay. And I'll be back. I'll just be like this finishing line. You don't have to. You don't have to stop in the same position or anything. Exactly. Loop the cog on the left, then the cog in the centre, and then the one on the right. Okay, we're in position. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Who knows how he
Is he competitive much? You can go, Nibbler. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do this out in the out camera, aren't I? If I can get it up. Oh, Brian's gonna do it that way. Whoop. Looks like a full circuit.
Is this something that you could just do?
Was that a full circuit, Brian? Oh, where'd that beluga just come from? Okay, okay.
Well, your stuff helps. Yes, we had to post some strings to get you rich quick.
See? Yes, you're right.
I think Nibbler got a bit lost. I think she's come out the side thinking she's on this side.
Very much appreciated, and everyone here is so thoughtful. I'm leaving, and so I just go and prepare the necessary paperwork.
Norman,
Yep,
have you told Dr. Edwards your wishes?
not yet. I will.
Dad, you don't understand that I can dictate with her.
That's not how it works. She doesn't play by any rules. Emma, please listen to me.
Tell her. She's not. She's thinking she's got a doctor in there one night. That means to her, who knows? I guarantee you it's about her and not about you.
What's breakfast?
It's not a fight, it's a discussion. You come back. Audrey was a mess in the hospital, yeah? Dylan, please tell her.
Okay, well done, people. Okay, right, so Brian won, so Brian, you're gonna get let's see, a paint job of your choice. Just let me know which one you want and I'll send you a code for it. Okay, cool. Right. So okay, well, I can send it to Nibbler. I'll send you an inbox message on the Discord, Nibbler, and then you can tell me which one you want. Or if you want it for your SRV or something, that's the same as well. I've just set off a heatsink with my voice. I've never done that before. There's one down. Okay, so I'm just gonna shut the stream down for 5 minutes while I grab a cup of coffee and have a short break, and then I'm actually gonna start on my trip to Colonia. So I don't know if you want to hang around here or you want to head back to the bubble. Whichever one's good for you. Okay, can do. Okay, so cheers for coming. I'm just going to stop the stream for... yeah, can do if you want. We can talk about it when I come back. I'm just going to go grab a cup of coffee. I'm going to stop the stream so that I can upload it with a new title and whatnot. So I'll be about 5-10 minutes. So you can keep hanging around here having a look around if you want. Won't be long. Okay, we'll find one. We'll find one close by. I think we might be halfway to one actually. Okay, so people, I'll be back in a bit with the beginning of my trip to Colonia, so just give us 5 minutes or so and I'll be back. Okay, see you in a moment.